Still horrible. You're a missing in this autumn light, and I've chopped wood to stoke your fire bright, putting covers on the bed with hibernation in your head, and Orion's jewels at your bedside. Now come past these winter days and see how a snowman lives eccentrically. Here's hot whiskey for your toast, and your maraschino nose will hang icicles on our fir trees. We'll keep warm here as these blizzards blast, though you're used to brick and double glass. It's a miracle of ice, a muffin crunch, a sacrifice. We'll forget about the world so fast. And I built this house of ice and snow. When the bird song comes, I'll have to go see these sculptures of our glistening dreams melt away with tears of yesterday. And I built this house of ice and snow. It's the only way I've ever known. Now our thawing hopes and crystal dreams are just fleeting streams of yesterday. Now you're dusting all the drawers and shelves. Here's some space if you just help yourself, pulling covers from the bed, whispering cleaning in the head, and the winds are drifting something else. And I built this house of ice and snow. It's the only way I've ever known. See these sculptures of our glistening dreams melt away with tears of yesterday. Now our thawing hopes and crystal dreams are just fleeting streams of yesterday. It's interesting that I can hear the water. It runs through the wall in this apartment. There's a drain in the ceiling right above, basically right outside my door and in the wall that's perpendicular to my door. So it's pretty interesting to hear the rain. Eccentric Snowman, yeah. Ah, it's my winter song. One of them now. I've got more than one winter song. But it's one of my winter songs about snowmen, eccentric snowmen, building igloos. And, oh, maybe I should keep this guitar. Yeah, I think I will keep it. Oh, but you're in luck. I'm going to play another winter song after this one. Not my own, though. I'm going to play a what's his name? Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot song, which is on my CD, which you have. And then maybe after that, maybe I'll talk about the Warratahs. Well, I'm assuming there won't be any more snow where you are, because it's already April, so it's, No, wait a minute. I keep thinking that you're in the same hemisphere as me, so you're going to get snow, but probably not for a while. Could be a couple months. But it's probably cooling off. It's probably nice to have a fire going. You're probably harvesting some stuff from the garden. You're probably always harvesting stuff from the garden. You probably always have something growing in that garden there, which is cool. I need to look and see. Yeah, okay. I can harvest a little bit here. I don't have a garden, but we have a lot of fruit outside, always growing. Avocados, mangoes, tons of different mangoes here. Avocados, tons of different avocados. Usually not my favorite ones. Lots of papaya. And then we have some really nice berries. There's one called a Sudanami cherry, but we call it pitanga. There's also mulberries. I like mulberries, of course. And lots of exotic things here, actually. But when it comes to harvesting, 170 corn cobs. My goodness. That's a lot. I have 2 cacao plants planted. I planted them myself. Jane and I went to Bahia for two trips. We've been to Bahia, which is it's the coast, one of the states. It has nice beaches, really fishermen sort of villages. And so the first time we went, we had a couple drinks made inside a cacao, so you get to drink the drink plus suck up the cacao white pulp. And I kept the seeds. I brought them back with me, and I sprouted the trees here. I sprouted the plants, the cacao plants, and then I potted them in the house. And then we had them in the house for a couple of years, maybe a year. I got to about maybe this tall. I can't. And then I took them outside, and we took them outside and planted them. And I just gave them some coffee grounds and some eggshells maybe a month ago, and I'm going to give them some more. And they're starting to get a bit tall. I mean, now they're up to here on me standing. So, but they're not growing as fast as I would hope. I hope they're doing okay. So I'm giving them coffee grounds, wake them up. Right. Let's play a song called "Song for a Winter's Night." Little preemptive winter. Yeah, that sounds about right. is burning low upon my tabletop. The snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence overhead. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you. The smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon the page, the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you. The fire is dying now, my lamp is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. The morning light steals across my window pane, where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love and to be once again with you. To be once again with you. I'm starting to wonder if you can hear the rain now. Maybe not. Little wintry song. I like that one. Whoops. By man, Gordon Lightfoot. And I flubbed up a couple spots, but I'm pretty happy with it. Always looking for perfection, but what is perfection? I mean, perfection may not be exactly how I play, like how my fingers go. Sorry, the technical parts, like do my fingers hit every note? Does my voice hit every note perfectly? I'm not sure if that's perfection. I think perfection might be like, did it feel convincing, you know? And I think that's where I'm striving for. I think part of the this recording business, like I'm recording some of these, I want to look at myself afterwards, and I have been doing that for the last few months to try to experience myself, which is really hard, you know, like it's really hard to experience yourself. Yes, the fluff. Oh well, it was actually the end of it was supposed to be oh, horrible. can either drag your fingers and do it like, or you can lift. Normally I lift because the drag sometimes is a little too squeaky. Anyways, yeah, so it's good for me to have the videos and go through the videos and just see, like when I see other artists, like let's say we watch Gregory Alan Isakov, right? We watch him sing the Trapeze Artist, I think it's called, by Iron and Wine. Like, why did he bother doing that cover? It's such a long song, so many, so many sets of lyrics. It's like 7 minutes. Like, why did he bother? Like, but a lot of people love that cover. I mean, I love that cover. It's like you experience something when you get into his zone. Did he sing it or play it perfectly? I can't remember. It's on YouTube. But by the time you get through that 7-minute song, it's not just the song that transports you. I think it's him too. So this is kind of what I'm aiming for. But yeah, I would like my fingers to behave. So you also being a guitarist, you get tense when you're playing in front of other people, So for me, it's like constantly, I think perfect for me would be to always find a way to keep relaxed in the middle of the song, which still striving for it. Yeah. So, the Warratahs. So yeah, I want to, for every live stream, which is whether it's to 1 person, 0 people, or if I get lucky and there's 10, I want to just talk about one of these CDs because I think it gives me something to reflect on, gives me some space to reflect. How did I get the Warratahs Keep On? Well, I think it was very, very much so probably my first real concert in New Zealand. I arrived there in October 2006 in Wellington, and shortly after I had gotten in contact with Loop record label, and I asked if they had any contacts that would be good for a folky guy like me, and they put me onto Andy. My gosh, I can't even remember Andy's last name right now. An Irishman who became my friend for the whole time I was in New Zealand, and he gave me many opportunities to hop up on stage and play with him, and he was a good friend. And of course I know his last name, Andy and Nick, but I just can't remember right now. And Andy asked me if I wanted to help out a band load in their equipment to Chow Cabaret, which you might remember Chow Cabaret on Courtney Place, I think it's called, right? And Chow Cabaret, it wasn't just Chow Restaurant, it was also Cabaret. They had a good stage. And so I said, sure, yeah, I'll help out. So it turned out like it was a big deal. Like they had a whole big truck, like a truck with a back, a moving truck full of equipment. So I really got my workout going up those steps to Chow Cabaret, helping them bring up speakers and the metal rigging that you hang the lights from, the lighting, the cables, the boxes that have like the travel cases, that have the mixers and the amps and the instruments and tons of stuff. It took a couple hours, and would have been me. I don't think everybody in the band was helping, but me and maybe the sound guy, and maybe 1 person from the band were bringing that equipment up for a couple hours. But of course, the payoff was that I got to go see the show. So it was at Chow Cabaret. I was really impressed with the sound because there was stage speakers coming out of the stage for people in front of the stage, and then halfway into the back of the room, there was another set of speakers where the sound guy was, and that was for anybody who was in the back half of Chow Cabaret. And I thought the sound was great, so I definitely let the sound guy know how much I loved it. But also, some of the guys from the band wanted to thank me. I don't remember if Barry Saunders thanked me. I don't know if I've ever really had much contact with Barry. But the people that were really, really nice in the Warratahs for me were Mo, the drummer, Alan Norman, the keyboard and accordion player, and heck, is there one more? For me, that was it. It was basically Mo, the drummer, and Alan. And I mean, Alan and I knew each other and were always in contact, had a few coffees, but always hanging out with our same group of friends for the rest of the time that I lived in Wellington. So Alan was always a really nice contact. But Mo lived off one of the islands. So he wasn't in Wellington very often, but I even tried to get a little project going with him to have him drum with me, and it just never really worked out because I don't think I think I had the desire, but I didn't have maybe like the right energy and initiative to get that started where I'd have a show with a drummer and maybe a bass player, you know. And I would have needed to pay him, of course, to, you know, to rehearse and to play. So it would have been an investment on my part, and I spent a lot of time in Wellington not really having a lot of money. So it's not like we didn't fall out from being friends. It's just that he lived on one of the islands, like not New Zealand islands. I don't remember what those islands are called towards Fiji and Tonga. There's another island. It's like Vanuatu or something. He like lived on Vanuatu or something. Anyways, so that's what you get when you help out some people just without even really checking them out. You know, I got the CD. It was great. Later on, I saw Barry Saunders playing. I think I saw him twice at what was that place called on Cuba Street with the red curtains? Mighty Mighty, I think it was called. I saw Barry Saunders playing there with a really kick-ass drummer once. I was impressed. Barry can strum a guitar and get his voice out. He's a guy you just, you know, when somebody gets up there and you're like, man, this guy's been doing this for a long time. It just seeps out of them. It didn't seep out of me back then like it did for him. He had decades of experience beyond me. So it was really inspiring. And yeah, the Warratahs. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Check out, I got some birds with me here called currycacas. Actually, I think I'm going to keep this short here with this camera in front of me right now, and I'm going to switch and show some scenery, some pictures actually I took on Sunday. I'm going to just end off on a song now and then just hit the ciao button. So wishing you the best, really nice to know you're there, and Greyhound through the Rockies. How about that? Start recording. Start recording. And I'll miss these trees again. For the mountains at the summer's end. Yellow freckles in the earth's green skin. Change and freeze us of our regrets and sins. The highway swirls an earth kaleidoscope. Train tracks climb a most gentle slope. Cars are passing as I set afoot. One after the other, will I escape for good? Follow the stream until it turns to snow. Follow a dream that lets you down so slow. And climb a ridge up to the autumn. the sky. I pushed on how I really tried. I tried, and I tried. Oh, I tried. On the bus moving down the road, to some places I said I'd go. I won't be back until I feel I'm done. Don't I know I'm the selfish one, and in review I will miss you while I'm gone, but it won't be long. Yes, it's true, I will miss you while I'm gone, while I'm gone, while I'm gone, while I'm gone, but it won't be long. No, 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 it won't be long. Yes, I will miss you while I'm gone. Many hugs.